This was a really eerie beach. When a woman simply stepped onto it, her foot couldn't be lifted up anymore. She tried desperately to break free, but her foot seemed to be stuck to the sand. At first, she intended to dig the sand away with her hands, but then her hands got stuck as well. The woman struggled in pain on the spot, and her body slowly sank into the sand. Seeing this scene, her boyfriend immediately got out of the car to rescue her, but as soon as he got out, he fell to the ground. His body was sucked onto the sand and he couldn't move. After struggling, he still couldn't get up. The boyfriend tried his best to raise his head, but it was as if there was an unknown mysterious force in the sand pulling him down. Soon, the man was buried by the sand, and the surface of the sand returned to calm. Their companions wanted to drive over for the rescue, but due to last night's party, the car's battery had run out and it couldn't be started. Everyone began to panic. At this time, the blonde girl walked to the edge of the beach and reached out to test. White tentacles actually grew out of the sand, trying to suck in her hand. Meanwhile, the fat guy woke up. He had been stuffed into a barrel because he had drunk too much and didn't know what was happening now. Everyone told him not to struggle, saying that there was something really terrifying in the sand. The fat guy was so scared that he didn't dare to move anymore. They decided to wait for rescue first. As the temperature gradually rose, if they continued to wait, they would soon die of thirst. The mysterious tentacles started to attack the tires. The blonde beauty noticed that there were two mysterious eggshells on the sandy ground not far away and suddenly had an idea. She ran back to the room, took out a piece of ham sausage and threw it towards the ground. Then it was sucked into the sand by the tentacles. She threw another one towards the distance, and it was also sucked in. The boy beside her also picked up one and threw it towards the ground even further away. Sure enough, this time it wasn't sucked in. This indicated that the tentacles had an attack range. If they could find a way to get out of this range, they would be saved. The man in the car decided to head for the table opposite first. He thought that the tentacles would only attack meaty creatures. He threw a surfboard on the ground and then jumped onto the surfboard. Sure enough, he was fine. Then he used two surfboards, crossing them to move forward slowly. He even turned back to show off to his friends. At this moment, an accident suddenly occurred. Just as he was making the last jump, the surfboard slipped backward. He could only support himself on the table with his hands. He was getting closer and closer to the sand, and the tentacles in the sand were also stretching towards him.